welcome back. So today we got the Vendettas back on the bench. So I was going to take it apart and check the diffs out. So the first thing I do with diffs is we'll compare it to the other Vendetta, the one that goes straight. Is the first thing I do is that I feel tension. You can see how smooth this is. See how smooth this is. Then I do the same thing to this one, just to see if it's compatible, which it pretty much is. This is a lot softer, and this is a lot stiffer. This is a lot stiffer, and this is a lot softer. So that felt the same, but then I ran across something that was very, very strange. So I'm going to bring you guys into the other side, and then we're going to take a look at these wheels. The first Vendetta, the blue Vendetta, I noticed all the wheels spin straight. The second Vendetta, these wheels wobble back and forth. And I don't know if it's in the hub or if it's in the wheel, but that vibration back and forth is going to translate into a vehicle not going straight. Where in looking at this one, I don't have that issue with the rims. These are pretty much straight. And these, not even close. So we're going to take a look at that real quick. Let me bring you to the back. We'll take a look. So here we are. We're going to go ahead and take a look at this wheel. I'm going to spin the other side. And you can watch that wheel wiggle in and out. Let me see if I can put something here to amplify what it's doing. So you see the big gap right there? And then watch when I rotate it. The gap is closed. Then it's got a huge gap again. And every wheel has got this going on. And I don't know if it's in so there's a gap, and then it's closed and it hits. Big gap, closed, gap, closed. And it's even on the front. Some are worse than others. And it's not in the tire, it's physically in the rim. So I don't know if it's in the hub or if it's in the wheels themselves. And in looking in the other one, we're pretty much the same distance all the way around. And I checked this, let me bring you back to the other side. And I checked this on all four wheels because I was about to pull the wheels and then saw the wobble. So I physically went down, picked up the other Vendetta to compare it, so that I can figure out what the heck is going on. Because like I said, I had no control. Well, I had control, it was just out of control. So I never crashed it and never hit anything. But I couldn't make a full trigger pull because it just wouldn't go straight. So what I'm going to do is pull a couple of these wheels and see if it's in the rim or if it's in the hub. Because without straight wheels, like somebody was saying to balance them, but you can't balance a wheel that's wobbling left to right. You know, it just doesn't make sense to me of why a wheel would do that unless it's bent or something's bent. See, and I don't really see it in the hub. So I'm going to grab my balancing tool, if I can get it out of my bag. So this is my Team Associated balancing tool. We're going to go ahead and lock this thing up in here. And spin it and see if it still has a wobble to it. So the wheel looks perfectly straight. It's not even out of balance. Look at how steady that is. That's pretty straight. So that's telling me that it's somewhere in these hubs. Or it's in the squares. Or it's in here. Which is really strange now, because I thought it would be in the rim. I don't know if it's not centering right. Or if it's in the cheap axles. So I'm pretty sure the diffs, like the rear diff, I'm pretty sure they're all filled with grease. God, that's got such a bad wobble to it. Like, that's bad. Not only is it wobbling, it's like out of round. And by having that wiggle left to right, this thing's never going to go straight, especially at 100 miles an hour. And what's strange is the one that's taken all the abuse, the blue one, those wheels are straight, or those hubs, or whatever's going on. So this rim is a little bent. See. So this rim's got a high and low spot in it. So this one's showing that there's a problem with the rim, and that's where I thought it would be. I'm going to flip it around and see if it's the face or if it's the backside where the square is at. And that's got a pretty good wobble to it, left to right. It's not really out of balance though. It's not giving a shake, it's just wiggling left to right. And a little bit up and down. And you can tell that the rim isn't totally round. So there is a problem there with these rims, which is kind of scary. Because I was very hopeful on these Hoons 11s. But somehow it's amplified onto these hubs, this wobble. It's got these little teeth that I think are supposed to bite onto these plastic rims, but it could be causing a left to right if it's not digging into the plastic well. Yep, that's almost perfectly straight now. I'm going to bring you guys in and show you how bad it was wobbling. So we'll take a look right here. You can see it's almost the same space all the way around now. And that was basically cranking it down. So I'm going to show you these little teeth marks that I think are the problem. That if you don't super over crank these things, and I don't know how much pressure to put on them, because you put too much pressure and you can just break the end of that axle off. So right in here, you can see these indentations that are on this rim. Looks like, I think there's 5 of them. And then this has got 5 little bumps right here that if one of these goes deeper into the plastic and one's higher, it'll cause a wobble. Now I'm wondering if that's what's going on. These are the part of investigation, or trying to figure out why when I get up to close to 3/4 trigger, it really wants to pull or drift sideways at almost 100 miles an hour. Oh, this one's got a bad wobble to it and a bad vibration. Look at how bad that is. Yep, there's our problem. Look at that thing vibrate. And that's on the rear. Let me check the other rear. God, that thing's horrible. I couldn't even put enough weight on that little wheel to fix that. At this point, that's looking like a defective rem to me. And by the front not being as bad as the rear, because that was left rear. Spin this one up. Even though the other ones had a slight wobble left to right, they didn't have near the vibration that wheel just had. This one right here. Yeah, see this one? This one's got a left to right really bad. And it has some sort of rubber hanging out of this thing. But watch. But as you see, I can hold it at the tip of my fingers and I don't have a vibration. But it is going left to right a little bit. Let's spin up this other wheel again. Let's see how, so out of 3 wheels, I've got 1 that's acting up. We're gonna set this back into it, and this one's got some rubber hanging off of it too. Wow. Look at the vibration on that thing. It's vibrating through my fingers really bad. See how it's bouncing up and down? So I got 1 defective wheel out of 3. So that's why this car is not going straight. You can't have a wheel doing that, because the faster you go, the worse that vibration is, and the more out of control you're going to get. So that's one problem, and it definitely wasn't the pass that was doing it, because this thing was out of control from the get-go. So which one was it? I think it was this one. God, I already forgot which wheel it was. It's either that one or this one. I want to mark it, because what I'm probably going to do, I got other sets of wheels coming. Oh yeah, it's that one. So we're going to mark this wheel, and then I'm going to buy another set and get right bad on this. We got a defective wheel, and that's why it's definitely not going straight. When you get a wheel hopping like that and vibrating like that, it's just going to cause the RC to spin out. So we're going to go ahead and mark that wheel, and I'm going to see about replacing these. But the diffs feel pretty good. The next thing I want to check is the slipper clutch. Remember, we did mark the slipper as far as if it was slipping, and I don't think it was, because this thing, when I pulled the trigger, was pretty locked up. So we are going to look into that, and then I'm going to stick this thing on the corner balancing machine. But there you go, that's going to end this video. Wanted to show you some of the ways I check for this. So what I'm going to do for now is I'm going to probably take a wheel off the other Vendetta, and we're going to spin it up, and we're going to get a good set on this thing, and we're going to go out and rip it before I touch anything else. The only other thing I'm going to do to this thing is nut and bolt check it to make sure everything is tight. and then we're going to go out, charge up a pack, and go rip it again. But there you go. Like, comment, subscribe. Let me know if this stuff's kind of helpful. And definitely the noise is gone from that wing. And we're going to go ahead and tape up this body a little better on this side. And then we're going to take some measurement. And we're going to clean off all this oil that's flinging. Because I think all there is assembly lube inside these rear diffs. But I think my major problem at this point is I got one bad tire out of 4. And on a brand new RC, shouldn't have any bad tires. But you do end up with defective parts. I'll probably, I'd love to call Horizon and get another tire. Let them know I got one that's way out of round and it's vibrating really bad. And send them a quick video of it on a balance thing vibrating. See if they'll warranty it. But I know everything, you can't call them anymore. Everything's by appointment only, so I don't know what I'm going to do with that. At this point, I'm going to just buy another set if I can find another set. And then save the video and see if I can get one warranty, because that's not cool. That the first one, I had no issues. Second one, I'm having an issue. And it's not because it's been overspun. First pass, it was out of control. Second, third, and fourth pass, all of them drifting towards the curb, me counter steering, going away. I had to let off on all the passes. But there we go. Figured keep you guys updated. Like, comment, subscribe. See you guys on my next video. And just to let you know, we do have the black and red hoodies. The All Right hoodies are available. I'm going to post a link. We now have them on basically one eBay. So when you click the link, it's going to take you to the store. You pick your size, purchase it, and then in the comment section, you send a comment whether you want red or black. So that's the way it's done. And if you look, there's on the left hand side, it'll show a red and black, so you can see what the red one looks like versus what the black one looks like. It just wouldn't give me an option to order red or order a black one all in the same link. So what we suggest you do is go ahead and send a comment and say if you want red or if you want black. And if you order it and don't specify, then you'll get an email back asking if you want red or black. So pick your size, and it goes up to 5X. So plenty of big sizes for big boys out there. And we'll go that route. But there you go. Thanks for watching. We'll check you guys out in my next video.